Vicky, how are you? Happy Monday. I've just been cutting a super fresh onion, so I am crying, honestly. Anyway, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I don't actually go into the mum office on a Monday. That's supposed to be my day off. Today I got carried away and I started moving around lounges and moving the TV cabinet and scrubbing behind the cabinets and, you know, dust and all sorts of things. So it's 5 o'clock and I haven't even done a grocery shop today for the week. So I'm kind of at the point where I'm just going to throw something together. Now this is a rice that I do quite a bit because my kids love it. And it is a brilliant way. I don't know about you, but if we order takeaway, I seem to always end up ordering too much rice. So this is a really good dish to use up some leftover rice if you've got it. I've actually got some jasmine rice which was left over from some takeaway on the weekend, and there's a bit of brown rice which we had yesterday and there's a little bit left there. So what I'm going to do is literally throw everything together. You can make this as spicy as you like, or you can make it really mild. It's completely up to you. And the thing I love about this is it packs in the veggies, it packs in the flavour. You can make it work with whatever you are having. We are actually having some butter chicken tonight, which I did in the slow cooker this morning, so I'm not going to put too much flavour into mine today, but you could add all sorts of things if you wanted to. You could add a pesto to this if you were having it with some meatballs. You could add a green curry if you were having it with a Thai dish. It's completely up to you, and again, it's kind of my specialty. It's a 5-minute thing. You just throw it together and dinner is done. I hope you're enjoying all of these recipes that we're putting together for you. It really is literally you coming in my kitchen. Even on the days when I do go into the office, I tend to try and work school hours so that by the time the kids get off the bus, I'm there with them. And then I tend to spend a few hours with them, helping them get their homework done, organising their sport, all that kind of stuff. And then once they're in bed at night, I jump on and do a couple more hours in the night time. So that's how I make my week work. So let's have a look at our green rice, if my stove is going to behave. So what I'm going to do is just throw in a little bit of olive oil. Thanks, Hems. A bit of olive oil. Now I didn't even have any fresh garlic today, so I've just used that stuff that comes in the tube. So we're just going to start frying that off. What we're going to add to that is in here, this is literally one onion. You can use a white onion, a brown onion, a red onion. I just used a brown onion tonight. And then I had half a bunch of coriander left. So I'm just going to throw that in. Start that sizzling away. Now already that is smelling amazing. What you want to do with this is not cook it too much either, because you want to keep it as nice and green and fresh looking as possible. Now what I'm going to do is just throw in the rice. So there's our brown rice. That's going to go in there. Brown rice. Jasmine rice. Now again, you could use any rice that you've got. If you had some basmati left over, or if you didn't have any leftover rice, you could literally use, just throw some in the rice cooker in the morning. You could even use, for a super quick one, you could even use some of those sachets of rice that you just pop in the microwave for a couple of minutes. So that's looking good. Now what I've got here, this is literally, was like half a bunch of broccoli, and all I did was throw that in the food processor and I've just blitzed that up so that it's almost like rice itself. So more green. I hope your kids like green. Thankfully mine don't mind it if it's got lots of flavour. So you can see that that's all going together really nicely. Brown rice I love because it gives it that nutty texture, and also we know that brown rice is good for all of us. Now what I'm going to do is I had some frozen peas. You can see they're still a bit frozen. That doesn't matter at all. Just going to dump them in there. If you had some green beans, you could cut them up into small little pieces and pop them in here. If you had some, what else? Oh, do you know what else you could put in here? You could finely shred some Brussels sprouts if your family likes them. I know lots of people don't, but I actually quite like them. Do you know what I like Brussels sprouts in? Is a salad. Often I'll actually shred them up and put them through a salad raw. So you can see that that's coming together really nicely. That's looking good. It's such a burst of colour. And you can imagine that once we put our butter chicken with that, that's going to look really good. Now I've got here, that's a little bit of green curry. I'm actually not going to put that in tonight, but I wanted to show you that if you were having something other than Indian, you could put that through. What I'm going to have, because we've got an Indian dish, is this is a bit of garam masala. I got a bit carried away with that one. Just to give it a little bit of flavour, I'm just going to put, that's about a teaspoon I've popped in there. This is a little tiny bit of turmeric, just for a little bit of colour. Again, you don't need that unless you want to. And then we've got some, do you know what I'm going to put in now? I'm going to throw in some pine nuts. So I've got a few pine nuts left there. I love to put lots of crunch in, and my kids like nuts. We all do. So literally, that is all warming through beautifully. And because everything's cut up so finely, it's going to cook in literally a matter of minutes. If you had any slightly bigger pieces of beans or anything like that, you could pop the lid on this and you could allow that to cook for a couple more minutes. But we are pretty much done. Oh, thanks, Ems. And I've just got some spring onions here because I always like a little bit of a garnish. So we'll just sprinkle those on top, just like that. Pop them through. There we go. That's looking good. And a little bit of, this is just black pepper. Sorry, I'm giving you shadows there. Black pepper and some salt. There we go. And you are ready to go. So thank you for joining me. It was just a quick one tonight. I'm going to keep finishing the vacuuming now. Thanks for joining us. Do you know what I'd love? I would love to know what you would like me to cook. Let me know if there's something you've always wanted to try but you haven't been game enough to give it a whirl. Let me know if you need some quick dinners. I'm pretty good at coming up with some quick dinners. More than happy to help, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.